Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and the coffee stream, episode 518. And we are going to do something different. Um, I don't know if you guys have been able to tell in the past, month or more. But I'm really burning out on politics, and I'm still gonna do like Canadian Wednesday and stuff like that, and do it like once a week or once every other week. But it's so hard to keep making the same thing over and over again entertaining for you guys if I'm burnt out on it. So I'm trying to kind of revamp the way that the coffee stream looks while still keeping like the style that you guys like my delivery, but kind of change up some of the topics. Maybe bring more about blindness into it, not become like a complete blindness thing, but I did want to use my platform to advocate and educate about blindness, and I kind of got away from that. So I kind of want to revamp things a little bit, and kind of streamline my content across things. So this today, as you can see, the title of the stream is called Blindness and Media, reacting to an episode of The Shadow called a Friend of Darkness. And this episode is about a blind man. So we're going to take a look at how blindness is portrayed even back in the 40s. Hello, Wikipedia snippet. Glad to have you here. And everybody knows that I love The Shadow. And so there are definitely good and bad points to the way that this blind character is portrayed. So we are going to listen to this episode. It is, your standard Shadow episode is about 30 minutes, 27 minutes. So that should do for the stream. And we're going to just take a listen, react. I'm going to talk about it. And since this is, copyright free, I believe, we should be fine. Shout outs to the Late Horror Show. This is where I get my Shadow material. The Late Horror Show does old time radio streams of not just the Shadow, but like the Johnny Dollar stuff. He's done the Green Hornet. He's done CBS Radio Theater. He's done. He just does all sorts of different streams, and it's all night long. So it's 11-hour streams for overnight listening, and he's great. I really do appreciate the Late Horror Show. No, I have no affiliation with them, but I would definitely recommend giving them a subscribe and a shout out, because they're a good channel. So this episode is called Friend of Darkness. I've skipped the intro and the who knows what evil lurks part. And we're just going to get right into this part here. Let's see. Oh, Maniac Man, welcome. Glad to have you here. W.R. Costin, welcome. All right. First I'm going to make sure the volume is at the right. Okay, we're good. Okay.
The Shadow, mysterious character who aids those in distress, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the unseen voice belongs. Today's story, Friend of Darkness.
Yeah, Friend of Darkness.
It is not enough that you, ladies and gentlemen, give the blind her sympathy. They hardly need that, and most would rather not have it. They would rather win an appreciation of their attainments and talents. When one faculty is denied us, nature compensates by developing others.
So here we've got Margot being our sighted ally, I guess. I guess is how we would look at it in today's terms. Yep. The shadow. Yep. We're looking at the shadow. So yeah, we've got Margot. We're in Margot's apartment, and she is giving a talk on blindness and how the blind would rather earn respect than be given charity, which, you know, that's true. I'm not gonna lie, that's true. So but then she says nature compensates. Now, I guess that's true because the brain does rewire itself, but we'll get to how they kind of make this a little bit over the top here.
To illustrate that point, I've invited here to my home a young man who has been blind from birth. I take pleasure now in presenting to you Mr. Peter Blair. And, oh yes, I want you to meet Peter's best friend, his guide and companion. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Rex. Peter is going to demonstrate how generously nature has compensated him for the loss of his sight. You'll need a couple of volunteers to help with this. Lamont Cranston, will you be a courageous soul and come up here in front of all these nice people?
All right, Margot. I hope I'm not going to be sawed in half or anything like that.
No, Lamont, it's usually a woman that's sawed in half.
Oh, God.
Now, we need one more.
Help.
I noticed everything you're touching is causing problems.
Fix it.
I'm working on it.
I'm not on Safari.
You were. Problem solved.
Thank you. Let's put this back here. What the hell?
I full screen the window.
Oh, that's why I couldn't move around. Let's put this back a little bit. Can you close the door for me so I don't hear myself?
Yes, I'm leaving. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's try this again here.
Nature has compensated him for the loss of his sight. You'll need a couple of volunteers to help with this. Lamont Cranston, will you be a courageous soul and come up here in front of all these nice people?
Of course she chooses.
All right, Margot. I hope I'm not going to be sawed in half or anything like that.
No, Lamont, it's usually a woman that's sawed in half. Now, we need one more volunteer. Commissioner Weston, I know you're not afraid of a crowd. Would you be so kind?
Gladly, Miss Lane, gladly.
That's fine. Now that we have our volunteers, I turn the platform over to you, Peter.
Thank you, Miss Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, I first want to express my deep appreciation to Miss Lane and all you ladies and gentlemen who are launching this campaign for the economic and industrial advancement of the blind.
So that's why they're there. They're campaigning for the economic and industrial advancement of the blind. So this is, like, remember, this is back in the 30s, 40s. So I don't even think the NFB. I have to look it up, but I'm not sure when the NFB started. But I don't even think that's a thing yet. So this would be like pre-blind orgs, and where things would be done mostly by city or state at the very, very most.
As Miss Lane has told you, nature generously compensates for the loss of the sight faculty. In my case, I've been endowed with a rare sense of touch. And I'll show you now to what extent that faculty has been developed. I hold in my hand a piece of steel 3 inches thick.
Okay, so apparently, according to these writers of The Shadow, Nature, depending on the blind person, nature gives different blind people a superpower. His happens to be a sense of super touch. So he's got a thick 3-inch thick piece of steel here. We're going to listen to what's going to happen now.
Commissioner Weston, would you hold this piece of steel against your chest?
Why, yes, of course.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Cranston, will you take the commissioner's hand and hold your middle finger on his pulse?
Certainly. Come, Weston. Come. There we are.
I suppose that's the first time you two men have been asked to hold hands. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to place my fingers on the piece of steel that's against Commissioner Weston's chest. I'll count the beat of the commissioner's heart through this steel.
Right. Let's just take a quick listen to that again, shall we? Let's just quickly take a listen to that again.
First time you two men have been asked to hold hands. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to place my fingers on the piece of steel that's against Commissioner Weston's chest. I'll count the beat of the commissioner's heart through this steel.
Right. Sorry. I love you, Shadow. You're a great program. But no. No, not gonna happen.
Mr. Cranston will verify my count by the pulse beat. And we'll start on a signal from Miss Lane. All right, now, Miss Lane, whenever you say.
All right, when I say go. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. The commissioner's heart beat 10 times. We stopped on the 11th beat, Mr. Cranston?
Correct. 10 beats called exactly on the beat.
That's not possible. You can't, okay, I'm sorry. Super touch blind guy. This is how they're going to demonstrate why you should help blind people get jobs. help the blind people get a job. Look at this super blind guy with super touch. Like, I don't, okay. And
Where's the Skinner, Joe? He's out with that police dog Prince he bought, teaching him something, he says. I wonder what the Skinner has up his sleeve. He's been training that mutt for the past month.
oh, look, our bad guy.
I don't get it. First he holds us up in his shack, and then he goes in for dog training. It's got me. Shut up. Here he comes.
Hello, Skinner.
Hi, Skinner.
How'd the mutt do tonight?
I did okay. He's a smart hound. I had to slap him around a bit, but he gets the idea after a while. Come here, Smoke, will you?
Certainly, Skinner. Hey,
Well, I guess this is the night.
night for what?
To pull the stunt I've been planning on for a couple of months.
You mean you got something on the fire?
Yeah. You're gonna make some real dough. No penny ante stuff this time.
Gee, I thought we was going to spend our lives just training that mutt.
That hound is gonna be more important to the stunt I've got in mind than either of you guys.
What's on?
Oh, God. So this is going to be interesting. Hello, Nathan. I'm thinking to myself how 3 inches of steel might be a little heavy, right? You could get a real good respiratory rate off of that, though. Right? Yeah, that's true. Blind Press should get a job as Pincalo's personal assistant. Let's see here.
On the slate.
You'll find out. There's a clipping I cut out of a paper about a month ago.
What is it?
A popular and beautiful Margot Lane launches Society for the Economic and Industrial Advancement of the Blind.
Oh, that's very interesting. You ain't going into society, are you?
Shut up, dope. There's a lot of stuff here about this Margot Lane, but here's what interests me. Among the demonstrations that amazed the guests was the feat performed by Peter Blair. Blind from birth, Blair registered the heartbeat of a guest through a thick piece of steel. This he did by placing the steel over the heart of one of the guests with his own fingers on the outer side.
So what?
So we can use that guy. Anybody that can feel a heartbeat through a piece of steel could feel the tumblers fall in the safe.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So they want, okay. So if the dude can feel a heartbeat, he can feel the tumblers fall in a safe. All right then. This is going to be good. This is going to be fascinating. All right, let's see what his plan is.
That's swell, but how you gonna get the guy? Kidnap him?
Nix. That carries a death sentence in this state.
Yeah. If you take a guy by physical force, it does. But it wouldn't be kidnapping if the guy walked in here without us laying a hand on him, would it?
Yeah, it would. You just wouldn't be using force.
You think the guy's nuts enough to do that?
I'm gonna make him do it.
How?
Prince here will do it for us. This guy Blair is led around by a big police dog, just like Prince here. Rex is his name. Takes his dog to the park for exercise every night. We're gonna watch for him tonight. When he lets his dog off the leash, we grab him and leave Prince in his place.
Leave Blair here.
Right.
Okay, so there are several problems with this plan in real life. First, even if the dog like visually looked like the guide dog, every dog has a different way of walking. Every dog has the blind person would know the switch, right? This is huge plot armor here. Like, if this is okay. Let's carry on.
The shack is between the park and Blair's home.
Hey, that sounds all right, but wait a minute. What'll Prince do when we beat it?
Prince won't move from where I put him till he hears the name Rex. And he'll go to whoever says it.
Oh. That's what you've been teaching him, answer both names, huh?
That and about everything Blair's dog does.
Boy,
How the hell did you teach? Okay. How did you teach a police dog in a month to do everything even a 1940s guide dog, right? Definitely would have had much less training than a today guide dog, but still would have needed specific training. How would you have taught him all of that in a month? Again, huge plot armor, but okay, let's carry on.
That's thinking him up, believe me.
well, when do we go?
Right now. I'll drive out of the park and wait for Blair. Come on, Prince. You're one of the gang now. There's Peter Blair now, sitting on that bench over there.
Is that his dog running around?
Yeah. Joe, let Prince out of the car.
Right.
This is where we make the switch.
Okay. Come on, Prince. Come on.
Now, as soon as we get Rex over here to the car, we'll trade dogs. Prince,
Okay.
speak.
Hey, look. The other mutt stopped dead in his tracks.
And
Now he's answering back.
the blind guy didn't hear the other dog bark
Here he comes.
and doesn't hear Rex answer
All right, Prince. All right, boy, do your stuff.
and doesn't tell that
Ready to
Rex
grab
is
Blair's dog,
barking
you
and
guys?
moving
Well
away
said.
from
He
him.
won't get away.
Hello, Rex. Nice, Rexy. Come here, boy. Oh, that's a good fella. All right, fellas, great.
Again, a guide. This is again like not as well trained as a guide dog would be, but like seriously, this is plot armor. Both dogs don't even sound the same. No, they don't.
Grab and muzzle him.
Got him, Skinner.
In the car with the biggest snappy.
Shut up. You'll find your boss in a little while.
Okay.
And the
Okay,
blind guy doesn't hear the gruff men like he's close enough that they just had to have the dog bark. Like, How does the blind guy not hear this going on? I don't.
We're all set. Dog's in the car.
Right. Now lie down on the grass, Prince. That's it. Now stay put till Blair calls for Rex.
No, boy. Down. That Prince ain't moving a muscle. Boy, you sure got him trained.
Rabbit, time to go home. Come on, Rabbit.
See? Do you see how close the blind guy's voice is? Like, I know it's for radio, but how could he not hear all of what just happened? Like, what the fuck? And there's not even like smartphones or anything to distract the blind dude. So what the hell? What the hell?
Look at Prince. You heard him call. Say, look at Prince jump all over Blair. Like he knew him all his life.
He'll never know it ain't Rex.
Will you look at that? Prince is leading the guy right out of the park.
Right out of the park and right into our hands.
As my parents described it, it's not a
Hey,
mystery,
you're acting
right?
a bit strange tonight, Rex. Is something wrong? Hey, why don't you answer me? Ah, you're sulky, are you? That certainly isn't like you. I'm surprised.
Because it's not
What
Rex,
are you
you
stopping here for,
moron.
Rex? We're not near home yet. Is the car coming? Well, you found your voice at last. Rex, you've taken me to somebody's door. Stop pulling like... Rex, stop! Where am I? What place is this? Is anybody here? Take it easy, buddy. You're among friends.
Yes, among friends, of course. Because when your dog that's not your dog and is not acting like your dog leads you to a random door and it gets closed and audibly locked behind you, you're super among friends. Yeah. Yeah, everything's fine. What is it that Officer Barbrady says? Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Oh, man. And I think that is our intermission. Let me see here. Is that intermission? No, it's not.
Margot, you're all excited. Something wrong?
Oh, yes, Lamont. A terrible thing has happened.
Sit down and tell me about it.
No, Lamont, I can't sit down, and neither can you. We've got to get to work this minute.
Oh, what is it, Margot?
Do you remember that nice blind boy?
Peter Blair?
That nice blind boy.
Right, he's gone.
Gone?
I was just talking to his mother on the phone.
No, wait, Margot. Wait, calm yourself. Now tell me, where has he gone?
Well, I don't know. Nobody knows. He's disappeared. His dog with him.
And when did this happen?
Well, he left the house last night for his usual nightly walk with Rex. He hasn't been heard from since. His poor old mother's nearly mad with anxiety.
Come on, Margot. We've got to start from where Peter Blair started and see if it won't lead us somewhere.
Of course, Lamont is on the case.
Take it easy, Blair. Nobody's going to hurt you.
Oh, I don't care what you do with me. What have you done with my dog, Rex?
He's okay for the time being. One of the boys are feeding him down in the cellar. Now let's you and me get down to business.
Oh, we'll get it over with. I have no money, if that's what you're after.
No, but you can get plenty for us. At least you can help us get it.
Help you? What do you mean?
Here's the dope. We've got a line on how to get into the State Street Bank. There's plenty of dough in that big vault. All you've got to do is plant them educated fingers of yours against the vault door and tell us when the tumblers fall.
Some educated fingers, huh? The super duper blind touch. We need your super duper blind touch to help us steal some money. Officer Barbrady. Yep. Oh man, this is like I said. I mean, like, this is why I get angry when people say things like, there's never been, any sort of disability representation in the media until now, because clearly that's not true. Like, and yes, a lot of this is really, really ridiculous, right? And over the top. But there are representations of the blind in media going back, as we're seeing here, at least 70, 80 years. There are actually a couple of other shadow episodes that deal with blindness. And I, in our blindness in media thing, I'll dig them up, and then there's other stuff too that I can find. But this is why it really annoys me to hear people say, oh, there's never been accurate representation. It's like, accurate, yes, fine, you want accurate representation, but like, to say that we haven't even been thought of in media, that's silly.
You mean you want me to help you rob a bank?
That's just what we want, and that's just what you're gonna do.
Oh, you must be mad to think I'd do anything like that.
Look here, Blair, I tried to be nice to you. I guess it ain't the right treatment. I got another medicine. A pretty bitter dose.
What do you mean?
Want to keep your dog, don't you?
Rex, well, of course. I'd be lost without him. He's my eyes. He sees for
And
me.
you're going to the bank with us tonight or else?
Oh, you wouldn't. You wouldn't hurt Rex. That'd be as bad as killing a person, a helpless human.
You're going to do what we say or not?
Oh, I couldn't. I'd be a criminal. I couldn't do it.
Okay. You've had your chance. Marty?
Yeah, Skinner. What are you going to do?
Go find out. Have you got your gun, Marty?
Yeah.
And I count 10, I want you to plug that dog of Blair.
Oh, no.
God
no, you
damn.
can't.
That's just...
The shadow does not pull any punches in its writing. Shoot the service animal if the blind man doesn't do what I tell him to do.
How long you got to make up your mind? To the count of 10. 1.
Oh, you wouldn't do that. You couldn't.
2. 3.
No, Rex. Rex.
4.
No.
5.
Please, for God's sake.
6. 7. 8.
Wait. All right. I'll do it.
What other, like, seriously, like, if you've got, do you help us rob a bank or we take your eyes away from you, basically, that, I'm sorry, that's a no-brainer. Like, I've seen plenty of blind people in anime. Some of them were even badasses, right? I still want to know how you can show representation for something that has 100 different variations, right? Exactly. Everyone's like, blindness is a spectrum. Where's our accurate representation? Blindness is a spectrum. Where's our accurate representation? Which one do you want? Oh, now we're at our intermission. So let's see here. Where am I here? There we go. Okay. I need to. So the crappy thing is they changed it again, so now I have to turn off voiceover to use the seek thingy.
More dependable heat.
Ooh, our blue
Just
coal
see if I'm
advertisement.
not right. Call your nearest blue coal dealer tomorrow. His name is listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified phone directory under the words Blue Coal.
Well, good morning, Commissioner Weston.
Cranston, you must have ridden down here with a milkman. What are you doing around at this hour?
I've been anxious to know what the police are doing about the disappearance of Peter Blair.
Oh, you've got your fist in that now, huh?
Very much so, Commissioner. What news have you?
None. We've been dragging the river for his body all night, but we've found no trace yet.
I don't expect you will.
Why not? That's the most likely place to find him.
How do you think he was drowned?
Well, he was blind, wasn't he? He probably walked off the end of the pier.
fucking Commissioner Weston. He's so fucking. He's like the closest you'll get. Like, he's actually pretty close to pretty close to being rather racist, rather like, and he's an idiot. Commissioner Weston is like the only reason for a cleaner, more even heat, buy blue coal. Yes, exactly. But like seriously, Commissioner Weston and Lamont Cranston are friends, right? How does the commissioner hear the Shadow's voice and not go, "Hey, that sounds like Lamont"? It's a damn good thing that he stayed commissioner for the run of the Shadow, because if there was actually an intelligent police commissioner in charge, Lamont would be found out pretty quick.
I'm afraid, Commissioner, you underestimate his dog. That animal would never lead Peter Blair near enough to fall into water.
Well, and he might have jumped off, committed suicide.
What of the dog? Do you believe he also committed suicide?
Certainly not. But if he saw his master go off the pier, he might follow him. That's likely what happened. The dog was drowned going after his master.
I admit that such devotion is characteristic of dogs like Rex. But I'm afraid your water theory doesn't hold water.
Cranston, it's too early in the morning to get into an argument with you. I don't want to start my day off wrong. Now, will you...
Your phone's ringing, Commissioner.
I know it's ringing.
There goes your day.
Hello? Commissioner Weston speaking. What's that? The State Street Bank. Why, that's it. When did this happen? Yes, I'll be right down. Well, what do you know about that?
What's up, Commissioner?
The State Street Bank was robbed last night. The big vault was cleaned out. Why, I can't believe it. It's impossible.
It happened.
It couldn't.
It did.
Oh, shut up.
I love the too.
Well, this vault was opened by a cracksman. He's the best one that ever lived. There's not a mark on the vault anywhere. No drills, no soup, nothing. Just open, that's all.
That seems to have been enough for the gang's purpose, Commissioner Weston.
Cranston, if you're going to let loose a theory, I'll lock you in that vault until I've completed this investigation.
I wouldn't lock anyone in that one if I were you, Commissioner. It's too easy to open.
Then keep...
Do you see what I mean? If there was a smart commissioner around, Lamont is too freaking cocky. How did he become commissioner being that bad of a police officer? I don't know. Maniac Man. I really don't know.
Keep out from under my feet.
Have you formed an opinion yet as to how this thing was accomplished?
Yes, I have. There's only one way it could be done. Only a person who knew the combination could have opened that vault.
Then you think it's an inside job?
Obviously. It would be impossible otherwise.
I'll grant you it has all the earmarks of an inside job. Still, it doesn't seem possible that an employee would take such a chance.
No, it doesn't, eh? Well, how do you think it was done, then?
It certainly is baffling. Say, Commissioner, I just thought of something.
Yeah, what?
Do you remember the night Margot launched the Society for the Advancement of the Blind?
Yes.
Do you recall Peter Blair, the boy who counted your heartbeat through a piece of steel?
Yes, I remember that. By George, I see it now. He could feel the tumblers in the safe just as he did the beat of my heart.
There may be others with a talent such as that.
Cranston, you hit something at last.
Oh, thanks.
Why didn't I think of him before? Oh, he's the only man in the world who could have done this job.
Yes,
Just a
he's
minute.
the only man in the world. Not only does nature give blind people like more advanced senses with their remaining senses, but like I said before, it picks and chooses who gets what talent. I don't know why there's never any repeats, because there only being 4 senses left, and there being more than 4 blind people on the planet at a time. But hey, he's the only guy in the world that could do it. God damn, man. He is too arrogant. Yep. He's a Mason. That's how he got a job. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised because I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
Commissioner, you don't by any chance think Peter Blair robbed this bank?
Why, the whole thing ties in perfectly. He disappears mysteriously. The bank is robbed. Say, Blair's our man, all right.
No, Commissioner, he'd never do
Cranston,
anything.
he's the only one who could do it. I've been hunting him dead. Now I'm after Peter Blair, dead or alive.
Now I'm trying to figure out if Lamont is saying he couldn't have done it because he's like a good upstanding citizen, or if he couldn't have done it because he's blind. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. I haven't quite figured it out.
What are you hollering about, Blair? We're only asking you to do one more job for us, and we'll beat it out of town, and you can go home with your dog.
Oh, but I can't do it again. I just can't.
You'll do it all right. This job is a cinch. We got almost an open door to the National Bank. All right, men, here's the setup. Now, the watchman has coffee delivered from a lunch wagon every night at about 12 o'clock. He takes it from a kid at the side door. All we have to do is follow the kid into the alley, stick a gun in his ribs, make him ring the bell just as he always does. When the watchman opens the door to get his coffee, we go in.
Nothing to it. Oh, you'll be caught sooner or later, Skinner.
All right, Blair, it'll be later. Come on, fellas, let's go.
Right.
Oh, Joe. Yeah? I want you to stay here and get things together for the getaway. We're leaving town right after this job.
What do you want me to do?
Clean out everything. Don't leave a thing behind, get me? No evidence.
Right.
Now, are we shocked that in the shadow that this is what I like about the bad guys? Even if their victim is disabled, they're not like, oh, let's be nice to the poor blind guy. Because here they are planning like he's like telling the guy no evidence, right? Which means kill the dogs, both of them, right? And then here's what happens. It's what he says next.
Don't leave a thing. How about Blair?
We'll handle him on the way back.
See? They just told him like 30 seconds ago, well, we'll let you go at it. Well, you can go home with your dog. So this is what I like about the writing here. They're not treating him any differently as a victim because he's blind. Like, he's still going through hell. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird thing to like, but I'm kind of glad that the writers, because the criminals. Why am I getting a call from China? Go away. That's the 86 area code, right? Let me see. Yeah, Shanghai. Why is somebody calling me from Shanghai? That makes no sense. I don't understand. And I know it's not. That's just weird. Go away. Decline. Anyway, what was I saying? The commissioner is definitely the stray to Cranston Sherlock. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, like the writers always have the criminals in the shadow. They're pretty messed up, right? Some of the things that the criminals do are pretty screwed up. And there are I like that they didn't pull the punches of the criminals when their victim is a blind man. I like that.
All right, you guys, into the car. Monty, take care of Blair. Come on, get going, you.
And then the next minute they have someone guiding him. That's messed up.
What's the matter, Much? You crying for your boss? Well, you won't miss him long. Skinner said clean up everything. That means you too. And you too, Prince. Your number's up. I guess I might as well get it over with. Shut up. Hey, Rex, get back there. Get back. Holy mackerel, right through the window. Hey, Prince, get down there. Get down. Crazy Much.
So the both dogs have escaped out the window. That's the techno capital of the world. Maybe somebody made you a Braille keyboard. That would be funny. So yeah, both dogs have escaped out the window.
When did Rex get home, Mrs. Blair?
Just a few minutes before I called you, Mr. Cranston, and he brought this other dog home with him.
I see. Why, he is exactly like Rex. The same markings. But no, boy, no. We're not talking about you. So, Mrs. Blair.
Yes, Mr. Cranston.
Have you noticed that this other dog responds when he hears the name Rex?
Yes, he acts like Rex in every way.
By George, I see it now, Mrs. Blair. This dog has been used as a substitute to lure your son away. What is it, Rex? What are you trying to tell me?
Notice how Rex now barks the same as Prince does, but before Rex and Prince had two different barks. Continuity.
Mr. Cranston, Rex is pulling you toward the door.
Yes. You keep the other dog here, Mrs. Blair.
All right, Mr. Cranston.
Margot. Margot.
Yes, Lamont?
Follow us in the car. All right, Rex, old boy. I think I understand. Come on.
Thank you, Jordan. Have a good dinner.
Easy, Rex. Easy. I wonder why you've led us into this lonely neighborhood. Oh, up this hill is it, boy, huh? Margot, stop the car.
I think he's trying to call your attention to that shack up there, Lamont.
Yes, Margot. Evidently, that's where Peter Blair is or was. Turn off the headlamps, Margot. Wait here. The Shadow's going to see what or who is in that shack.
Be careful, Lamont.
I will, Margot. Come along, Rex. Come on, boy. Come on.
All right, the Shadow's coming in now. So what does Pink call? Pink Hollow says it might be somebody trying to call you in the quarantine zone to get their story out. Or more likely, it's the new DHL scam. Well, they left a voicemail. So, who knows?
Yeah, somebody's in here, all right. Let's see. The door's locked. Speak, Rex. That's a boy. Yeah, somebody's coming.
Well, so you come back, huh, Mutt? Get in here. Come on. You won't get away this time. The Skinner said clean up everything. Hey, am I hearing things?
So the Skinner told you to clear up everything, eh?
What? What was that? I don't see nobody. Who laughed?
I did.
Who are you?
I am the Shadow.
Shadow. The guy nobody can see.
Yes. Where is Peter Blair?
I ain't telling you nothing. I'm getting out of here.
Stay where you are.
I'm getting out of here. I'll shoot my way out.
Drop that gun.
Drop
that gun.
Some of the sound guys are
Call him out.
Let go his arm, Rex.
What do you want from me?
I want you to tell me where Peter Blair is.
I'll tell you if you let me out of here.
I won't bargain with you. I'm interested only in Peter Blair for the moment.
All right. I ain't going to be the fall guy in this. Blair is with the Skinner.
Where?
They're robbing the National Bank right now.
So now we've got... So this is like just kind of moving the story along. There's nothing really to talk about for the blindness angle. So but this next part is important.
Hello, Commissioner Weston speaking.
Commissioner, this is the Shadow. I've got to talk fast, so listen carefully. The National Bank is being robbed right at this moment.
Robbed? By whom?
Skinner Cross and his gang. They've got Peter Blair with them.
Oh, so my dope was right. He's the guy that's been doing the dirty work.
Don't be a fool. Blair is innocent. The gang is forcing him to do this.
Yeah, so is Skinner Krause innocent. The boys are just doing this as a lie.
Commissioner, you've got to believe me. That boy is not a criminal.
Maybe not, but I am not taking any chances.
What do you mean?
That Skinner gang is a bad outfit. I'm taking a squad of men over to that bank with orders to shoot to kill.
Commissioner, you can't do that. You may kill an innocent boy.
The order is shoot to kill.
Why does he never listen to the Shadow? This is another thing, right? Freaking the Shadow is always right. Okay? Whenever he calls and gives the commissioner a lead or something, he's always ends up being right. The commissioner always argues with him and always ends up, oh my God, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. So the commissioner and his men are going to the bank with orders to shoot to kill.
Margot, we've got to get to the National Bank before Weston.
What happened, Lamont?
Peter Blair may be killed by the police. Hurry, Margot. Drive as fast as you can.
I think I can't tell if that's Brett Morrison or Bill Johnston, but I think he messed up his lines delivery because he sounded super calm at the beginning of that delivery, and then like, oh yeah, I need to be urgent. So, hurry, Margot, hurry!
Okay, hold it. All right, Blair, what did you get on that turn?
55.
Okay, spin the dial again, kid.
How can you
Left is
feel
down.
the tumblers fall?
All right, stop. It's the last turn. We open now. What's the number, Blair?
I'm not going to tell you.
What?
No, I'm not going to be party to robbery anymore.
You tell me that number, I'll blow your head off.
Go ahead. You'll do it anyway, so I can't give information to the police
I'll
later.
give you one more chance.
Smart blind guy.
You gonna tell us the number?
No, I'm not.
Why, you... What's that? Side doorbell. Who could it be? That'd be a friend of the watchman. What are we gonna do, Skinner? Gotta answer it, otherwise I wonder what happened to the watchman. Come on, all of you.
All right.
As soon as I open this up, you grab whoever it is, drag him inside.
Right.
All right, here we are. You guys get back there. Palm your rods. I'll open it up. What is this?
There's
Nobody out here.
here.
What?
Of course not.
That's funny. What do you make of it, Skinner?
I don't like it. Better finish this job quick and scram.
You better not wait to finish the job, Skinner.
Who was that?
The Shadow.
Shadow.
Yes. I've got no time to waste, Skinner. Circumstances force me to be here alive for the moment. I've got to warn you that the police are on their way here with orders to shoot to kill.
I ain't falling for that, Shadow.
Maybe the guy's telling the truth, Skinner.
I'd hardly warn you if it weren't necessary to save the life of an innocent man.
Listen, Skinner, the cops. You hear him?
Yeah, it's a straight goods.
Straight fellas, beat it.
Don't leave me here. The police will shoot me.
Don't be afraid, Peter. Just do as I say. Follow the sound of my voice and I'll lead you out. Skinner and gang members of the police.
Don't be afraid, Peter. I'm not going to tell you who I am. Well, he heard it was the Shadow, but just follow the sound of my voice and you'll be fine. Bang, bang, bang.
Come on, Peter. We've got to hurry. This way, Peter.
Hold your gun, friend. There he is. The real brains of the gang. We've caught up with you, Blair.
Just a minute, Commissioner.
The Shadow.
Yes, Commissioner.
You certainly got here fast.
Just barely fast enough to keep you from making a complete fool of yourself.
Where's my dog? Where's Rex? What's happened to him?
He's in a car not far from here. If you call out loud enough, he'll hear you.
What? Rex? Rex! Rex! Oh, it's he! It's Rex! He's hurt me!
Now, see here, Shadow. I'm not going to let this fellow off so easy. He's got a lot of explaining to do.
Very well, Commissioner. It'll all be explained so even you will understand.
Oh, Rex! Rex! Oh, no! Oh, I thought sure you were done for. I'm so glad you're all right.
Why, George, I've never seen a dog act so happy. Cute son of a gun. Come on, Blair. I think we can talk this thing over.
What if he had been a criminal and he'd been reunited with his dog? Oh, look at the cute blind man and his cute dog. Oh my God, this is what I mean. Like, it is back and forth. It is inaccurate, but like, blind people are a part of the entertainment culture. Like it's not a bad thing that this is because the overall message is still the same, right? Crime does not pay, right? That's the overall message.
Well, you've got two fine animals now, Peter. You going to keep them both?
No, Mr. Cranston. I'm going to give Prince to a sightless friend. You'd be a great companion for him.
No doubt about it.
Look at Rex and Prince gobble that ice cream.
I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Cranston, and you too, Miss Lane, for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Peter.
I wish it were possible to thank our invisible friend, the Shadow, too.
I'm sure he feels your gratitude, Peter. I'll wager that none of his exploits brought him more satisfaction than the apprehension of the Skinner and his gang. Men do terrible things, but the man is particularly depraved who would rob the sightless of a great and devoted friend, his dog.
Oh, how sweet. And that's the Shadows, one of the Shadows episodes about blindness. As I said, there are 3 that I have found. There's also one about a man who's wheelchair bound and has a deaf mute servant. So I've got like 3 examples of the shadow and disability representation. I will find other ones too. Because I think this is a good thing to show, like, reaction to other, you know, showing that disability has been portrayed in the media. And of course, there are some bad portrayals, some good ones, and some, back and forth ones, uh, like this one. So I hope that you guys kind of like this new type of format, because I really kind of want to make this show a place, like a show to watch that's not just current events, politics, and doom and gloom all the time. Like I said, I am still going to do Canadian Wednesdays and talk about that, the politics and stuff on Canadian Wednesdays. But for the most part, I'm going to try to move away from politics. And, if I do read some news, it might be like scientific stuff or disability related stuff. I'm just really burning out on the politics, and I don't want to produce content that shows that I'm burnt out and is not entertaining for you guys. Like, I'll just use the stream for an example. I noticed that the viewership and the like interaction was a lot better today. And so that kind of shows me that this is going to work out a little bit better. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I had a lot of fun doing this type of thing, and I really hope that we can make this something that we can do more often. And if you guys find anything that, like, a representation of blindness or disability in the media that you would like me to react to, like, please tag me in it on Twitter, or if you're in the Discord, you can drop it in in the general channel, or I may change the news for the coffee stream channel to suggestions for the coffee stream. And also, there's going to be, so I am going to be doing Twitch streams this week. So Thursday and Friday. What I'm going to do is I think once or twice a month, I'm going to do something that's not Mortal Kombat. There's a thing called RS Games, and it's an accessible online type thing where you can play Monopoly, Scrabble, stuff like that. But there's also accessible Cards Against Humanity. So what I might do is do like a once or twice a month Cards Against Humanity stream on Twitch with some of my blind friends that have RS Games, and we'll just call it like Blindies Cards Against Humanity, or Cards Against the Blind, or something like that. So that's something that we'll be doing. This Saturday in Discord, we will be continuing on with Servant. And I will be putting out the review of the first 2 episodes of it sometime before then, so that you guys can catch up, because nobody was able to join last week. So we're going to do 4 and 5 of Servant this week. And then next Saturday, we will be watching Rob Zombie's 31. So that should be fun. And there's also a channel in the Discord server now called Movie and TV Suggestions. If you guys want to throw something in there for movies for May, please do so. And I will try to find it so that we can watch it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. I know it's kind of a short stream today, but I don't want, like, I just had one thing in mind and I wanted to see how that went. So I'm glad that this went well, and I will see you guys back on Wednesday, and this will be a Canadian Wednesday, funnily enough. So Functional and I will see you then, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday. I will see you later. Thank you for watching.